Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Hearts of Iron 4, The Purple Phoenix Rises. Of course, playing as the National Union of Greece. We are currently fighting over Yugoslavia. And it sure as heck looks to me like we can get another nice encirclement right here. Super duper juicy. I would love to get myself some of that action. Let's attack this guy and make sure that he can't go anywhere. I want to make sure they are all nice and pinned. Yeah, we are currently trying to work toward forming the Byzantine Empire, and we are making some pretty solid progress. We were able to get Albania without having to worry about fighting against Italy, which is great. However, unfortunately, I did just notice that Bulgaria is being defended by France and the United Kingdom, despite the fact that they like me. Apparently not enough. So since that's no longer an option, we should probably just go ahead and stop improving relations with these guys so that we just stop wasting our political power. A little unfortunate, but oh well. We were probably going to have to fight the Allies anyway, to be completely honest, so it's not a huge deal if I do have to go this way. It's just going to take me a little bit longer. Would have been nice to do this without getting into a war with the Allies, but you can't always get what you want there, so it's all right. Kill their cavalry, which you should be able to do right about now. There we go. So that's going to be an encirclement and a kill on the Mountaineers. What I would like to do is attack from this direction and possibly encircle these guys as well. That's proving to be a little difficult, though. Yeah, you go ahead and grab all their factories and stuff. You attack here just to keep them pinned while we win this fight against the cavalry and stuff, or just circle in behind them. I guess that's fine, too. Can you guys actually win this fight? Yeah, it looks like you can. There's one guy trying to retreat. I don't think we can actually stop him. So let's just go ahead and keep pushing forward, I guess. Cavalry, can you get in here and grab Split? By any chance, is he leaving this undefended? Not at the moment. But he's not super duper strong either. How many troops do you think he got left? We've killed about half your army so far. And again, a few of your troops are defending against Italy. If we called in Italy right now, we probably could win this war a little bit faster. But I wouldn't mind just being able to do it on my own some, without having to worry about it. Alright, so we're going to grab Split. That's going to be your capital down. Support weapons are done for the extra upgrade there. Thank you. Let's go ahead and research that engineering tech. How much longer until you just outright capitulate? You are 88% of the way there, so all we need are a few more victory points, and we've got you. Okay, well, that's fine. We're going to free up a whole mess more troops. They can go to the front lines. I'm going to give you guys a Control B command, so you go a little bit faster. Nope, that didn't work. Hang on. I thought it was Control B. Yes, it is. There we go. Okay, so these guys are going to go ahead and fast redeploy. Which, no, it only... Okay, apparently it doesn't work if you select two different armies. It only works if you do something like this. Interesting. Well, I just want them to rapid redeploy. They'll lose their organization, but who cares? Perfectly fine. All right. Can you instead have a couple guys push around this way? We'll try to get another encirclement by killing their cavalry. Hi, Italy. I see you're walking into my territory, but you're not allowed to contribute into the war because we don't like you, or whatever. We're not actually giving you anything. We're going to give up on this faction with these guys pretty much the second we have the chance. Oh, there we go. We don't actually want to be in a faction with Italy. That's not really relevant to me. What I probably want to do is join up with the Germans, since we're going to end up having to fight against the Allies eventually anyway. All right, we want to take all states in Yugoslavia, and we are done. Thank you. Look at that. That was beautiful. All right. Let's go ahead and send some troops over here against Bulgaria and set up a planning bonus like so. The real trick is going to be killing Turkey. Turkey can be annoying. Turkey can be very annoying, but we're going to go ahead and go for this. All right. So we have plenty of manpower right now. How are we doing on equipment? We're looking pretty good, and we got a lot of army experience out of that war. So what I think I want to do now is go ahead and turn you guys all into 40 combat width. But let's first duplicate the template. I'm going to make these guys into 40 width infantry plus artillery, just so I can keep track, and then we'll go ahead and toss on the artillery here. We'll toss on some more infantry, like so. Da-doop-a-doo-da-doo-da-doo. We want to get up to 40 combat width. Doesn't really matter how we do it. There we go. All right, so that's going to cost me 45 army experience, but I think that's completely fine. Going to cost me a ton more infantry equipment than I currently would have available. Still, this should be nice. I wouldn't mind also adding in, say, the recon and stuff later. I can probably afford to do the recon. Let's go ahead and do that next. And then if we go here, we can just change a few at a time and make sure that we have equipment to support all this. So if I make you like this, yeah, we wouldn't have quite enough equipment but we can do at least a few, you guys. And just for the sake of understanding what the heck is going on, let's change your symbol to, I guess, this. This seems fine. There we go. All right, let's see. So now we're going to have a bit of a deficit, especially on artillery. More of this that we can produce, probably the better, so we're going to go ahead and devote all of our factories to that. Let's trade for a little bit more steel from the Germans. And then I guess with Italy, we want to go ahead and just kick them from the faction and disband it and join it with the Axis instead. Because I want Italy to join the Axis. If we're not going to fight Italy and try to take their land, we do want that. Unless I thought that I could declare war against Italy and beat them. No, I definitely cannot. They're way too strong. Okay, never mind that. Forget that. Right, so where is... We are going to dismantle the Two Romes faction, and we are going to ask to join the Axis, and they like that idea, and now we are part of a much bigger faction. We've got the Germans. All right, good. So we'll use them to great effect later, I guess. Man, I really wish that that had worked with France and the UK. Maybe if I got them up to 100 relations, they wouldn't have supported with Bulgaria. But I don't know. It didn't work. Oh well, these things do happen. It's all right. Okay, we'll make sure that all these guys end up being regulars, of course, as well. We're caught back up on infantry equipment. We are making some good progress. We need 70 more days of artillery. It's taking a very long time, ain't it? If we go for... We could go for some conscription changes, but I don't need it this second. We could go for something like... the weapons and equipment research speed... Alternatively, we go for better electronics, so I can research... Yeah. Military theorist is tempting for the doctrine research speed as well. How long on that? 40 days to go. Okay. I'm gonna... No, I'm gonna go for the electronics concern. Because I would like to be able to get my research bonuses up a little bit faster. Industrial concern is quite good as well, but we're more or less caught up on where I want to be there. We'll be fine. So what are we building right now? Right now we're just repairing some infrastructure. Okay, that's great. We need to be getting more military factories, please. All of them. All the military factories. We need to support a really large army and beat the snot out of everybody. Everybody and their mothers must die. Support equipment, we're actually looking surprisingly good. We can actually draw one factory back there and just go ahead and put it on more artillery. So now we're producing 8 per day. And there we go with another equipment effort. Let's continue down the... Ooh. It's kind of a little late to go for another doctrine, but we'll come back to that. Let's go for some more infrastructure and continue working down toward those extra research slots. Now we need to actually stabilize almost as if we were like a big country at the beginning of the game. Now I care about building up a good economy, because there's not a lot for us to do until the German Reich decides they want to go and fight Poland and start World War II. Which, right now, they are reasserting their eastern claims, so they're getting there. They've got the Sudetenland. They got the Anschluss. Italy is still not a part of a faction. I do assume they're going to get re-added into the Axis at some point. They don't particularly hate me, despite the fact that I did kind of kick them out of the faction and kill their friends in Albania, but that's probably fine. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Did we get any... We did get a single dockyard. That's not a lot, is it? We're still not producing much in the way of submarines. We need more naval powers. Dang it, that's what we need. Infantry equipment. Okay, done. Good. So let's see. We could go for the equipment here. It's supposed to be about being ahead of time. So we reduce the ahead of time penalty by 2 years. So for example, going for this makes sense. Going for this doesn't, considering we can't do anything there. Unless we can do something with artillery. I guess we could do this. Yes, this reduces the ahead of time penalty from 2 years ahead of time to 0.07 years ahead of time, which gives us a huge extra buff. I say we do it. It's only going to be 78 days. We're focusing hard on the artillery. And that's pretty much whatever I do. Anytime I play as a small nation, like just some little small minor power, I almost always go down superior firepower, and then anything that gets me ahead of time on our... what am I trying to say? Anything that gets me ahead of time on our artillery is worth going for. We still have a 100% ahead of time research bonus, which surprises me. I didn't think we would have that. Okay. Extra soft attack and organization? Sure, let's do it. That sounds great. How are these divisions looking now? So the 20 width have 156 soft attack, which is not a lot, Compare that to the 40 width, which is 283. Not double, but still pretty darn good at this stage of the game. We still haven't researched the engineers as well. I would like to get those engineers, especially since we do have plenty of the support equipment at the moment. So really all that matters is just getting more and more artillery. We'd love to upgrade the infantry equipment too. I mean, that's nice. You know, extra upgrades and reinforcements and stuff, sure. But, like, really, though, this is all about that artillery. Let's go ahead and grab a couple more armies then, and we're going to go ahead and give you guys the swapsies. Oh, no, we don't have enough artillery. I'm aware, but it's going to be a while before the Germans are planning on attacking anyway, right? You're reasserting your eastern claims. It's going to take forever. Hopefully, you guys make nice with the Soviets. Now, one thing that concerns me is the Soviets almost certainly are going to be declaring for Bessarabia up over here. What we could deliberately do is not eat all of Romania. Eat everything I need for the Byzantine Empire, and then keep that war going until the Soviets declare independently on Romania. They take Bessarabia, they fall apart, we split the nation, and we're fine. And that way we never have to fight the Soviet Union. On the other hand, if the Soviet Union attacks us, then we get the Germans to go and fight them. And right now they are suffering from the officers purged. That's the thing. In the early game, you want to fight the Soviets, or rather, you want to provoke the Soviets to attack you. If you attack them, they get the Great Patriotic War, which pretty much makes up for the effects of the officers purged, or at least in the long term, it makes them more powerful. But if they are the aggressors against you, and they have the officers purged, and you have the Germans on your side, well, all of a sudden, you get to have a lot of fun. Right? Pretty much. Bulgaria, you are not gonna live, once we decide we get to declare war on you. Which is gonna be a little while, I'm aware, but still. We could try justifying a war goal against somebody else. Not much point, though, at the moment, is there? In fact, I actually almost think we should cancel the justification, because we don't know when we're gonna get to go to war. Yeah, so basically we just wasted our political power. I should have waited, joined the Axis, and just waited until World War II began, and then declared war on Bulgaria. But as it is, with these guys defending, we can't attack them, which means we'll get the claim, we won't use the claim, it'll expire, and we'll lose, like, some war support and stability and stuff, and that's just terrible. Alright, go down the infrastructure effort, let's continue getting some additional infrastructure, working towards those extra research slots. We do have 21 civilian factories now building stuff, so our economy has definitely improved. It's hardly perfect, but it's getting there, and we're producing 10 more artillery per day, so we're getting somewhere there too. We could trade for some extra steel, and I guess I will. So we just lost another factory, but that's probably fine. I want to make sure we are building up all of that efficiency with our improved artillery, so we can produce as many of these as possible, as quickly as possible, because that's what's holding me back. Military theorist was a pretty tempting idea right about now. Anything else? Privilation's opinion. Factory construction speed is tempting, actually. I'm going to go for that. Let's go for the war industrial so we can build these factories even faster, because right now I'm building a lot, and that's like getting an extra 10% construction speed. So that's pretty significant, actually. I think that works. Yeah, I'll do that. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. All right, 2 more days and we get another artillery upgrade, which is pretty awesome. It is 1939. Let's go ahead and research upgrades to our infantry equipment. We might as well start producing the better guns and get those extra stats on our units. We are actively not producing anything. I could start training up some more cavalry, and I guess I will. Since right now, at least, we are not really worried about training up more 40 combat with divisions until we get a lot more artillery. Speaking of which, we actually can go ahead and send a few more over to the 40 combat with like so. There we go. So now we have a bit of a deficit, again, with our infantry equipment and so on, but we'll get there. Actually, we're catching up pretty quick on our artillery. Wait, what? Really? Oh, dude, we're actually catching up on that just fine. Okay, hang on. Let's just go ahead and change all these guys. It's being 40 combat with and see where things look. Maybe we want to swap some factories away from artillery and over to infantry equipment. Okay, we have a little whiles to go. That's 38 days. This is 251. Yeah, okay, never mind. Let's go ahead and swap out some of our artillery production over for infantry equipment production. And now we are producing that 178 days, and this would be... It still says 48. That doesn't feel right. It was 48 earlier, wasn't it? I don't really know what's going on over there. That's all right. That's fine. Let's see, 1939, let's go for some more construction tech. Because building things faster is always good. Using up some of that manpower, but that's fine. Really not a big deal. At least we're going to have a full army of 40 combat with divisions pretty early on in the game, which means we'll decimate Romania and Bulgaria. We should be able to beat down Turkey as well if it were a one-on-one fight. The real problem is France and Britain will defend them, which means when we get into World War II, Turkey joins the Allies, and we have to fight all of their combined forces. And that's going to be a little bit tougher. But hey, it's all right. So we got 40 combat with for a reason, right? By the way, how are we looking now that we have extra factories? Still says 148 days. You're 30. I'm surprised how effective we're being right now with the artillery. I'm going to pull one more back and produce a little bit faster over here. All right, 65 infantry equipment per day. Of course, we're about to make that a lot worse once we get the next level, but that's fine. Fate of Czechoslovakia and Italy joins the Axis. Welcome back, Italy. We are all now buds again. We have a trifecta, perfect trifecta of wannabe Rome's Holy Roman Empire, actual Rome, Eastern Roman Empire, and all of us are going to fight all of Europe. It's going to be glorious. Extra research slot. Yep, that makes sense. Let's go ahead and do that next. And then we can start working on getting planes. We can start working on getting tanks if we wanted to, but I don't think we're going to. We can start improving our anti-air, go for logistics companies, signal companies, a whole bunch of useful stuff. I don't know. I think the research companies are important. Okay. So the biggest issue is still a matter of production. We could try going ahead of time on our production, and that would allow me... Or sorry, on production. What I mean to say is go ahead of time on our industry tech. With dispersed industry, that's a couple years ahead of time, though, so that's going to take way too long. Factory efficiency cap. I mean, we are getting close to the cap on a couple things. So eventually that would be good. Let's make sure we keep getting those guns. We have a lot of upgrades to do with our artillery, and that's fine, but the important thing is we'll be able to start training up new units if I wanted to. I don't know. Anti-air is something we could use, especially if I don't anticipate that I'm going to have the air advantage. That's a poor man's extra piercing, as well as eliminating the air superiority advantage. So, for example, Turkey does have some planes. So does Bulgaria, and so does Romania. I, on the other hand, have, like, nothing. I've got 50 planes in total. That's it. And they're bombers. They're not even fighters. Well, there goes the collectivist ethos. 62 days remaining there. Let's go ahead and keep putting more over onto our infantry equipment. That's fine. More modifying of government. We are going to go ahead and grab probably the military theorist, which does reduce the time for our land doctrine if we want to continue down that a little bit later, which I might want to. The thing is, I could go for another research slot, or I could go down doctrine effort. I mean, I think I want to go for the research slot. That seems a little bit more important right now. Doctrines are good. But in theory, we've got at least a little bit of time, right, before the Germans are supposed to start World War II. So, yeah. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Okay, so starting up that historical focus with the Soviets, which is fine. What's Italy doing? Escort focus. They're just wasting their time doing nothing, because they don't matter. Do you want to focus on getting some fighters, then? Let's learn how to make the fighters. We're about to get another research slot anyway. So, yeah, let's just get started there. I want to start building up an Air Force. Air Force makes sense. It also would make total sense for me to learn how to make better submarines. All right, let's go for that extra research slot. And then down here, motorized I don't need. We could go for the upgrades to things like the recon. We will need motorized if you want to learn how to make logistics and signal companies. We actually don't even have signal companies. Actually, wait, we don't even have computing machines. Let's go for the research speed. Yeah. That makes sense. All right, there we go. So the Soviet Union and Germany have decided that they're not going to be fighting each other and blah, blah, blah. It's a non-aggression pact. We all know that that's going to get violated, and it might just get violated because the Soviets decide to attack me when I take over Romania. Let's see. Yeah, still waiting on this sucker. Okay. We don't have anything else that I can make. We could go for transport planes. I don't see the point. Let's just go ahead and do infantry equipment. I can always pull it off a little bit later if I need to. Let's trade for some more steel with the Germans. I mean, we're looking pretty good right now. At this stage of the game, I mean, Greece is looking good. We're not as powerful as, like, Italy and stuff. I know that. We haven't got nearly as many factories, but we have enough that as long as the Germans can handle the Allies, we can win against Romania, Bulgaria, and Turkey by ourselves if we need to. And that way we get to form the Byzantine Empire, and that's all that matters, is getting the achievement. Nothing else is important. Let's go ahead and only train up one more set of cavalry, because we're using up a lot of precious manpower, and I may decide that I don't want to do that yet. That said, we also haven't even changed our conscription law. We could go to extensive conscription, and that would be perfectly fine, giving an extra 2.5% recruitable population. But right now, I don't know. Maybe once we get a little bit more political power, I'll do that. In fact, once we get more political power, I will do that. But for now, we're okay. Or we could go for something like the light aircraft designer, so we can research our aircraft a little bit faster. 15% seems substantial. Yeah, the question is, do we go for manpower or do we go for more research? I don't know. We got some time. We've got time, but there's Danziger War. No, we don't really have time. I think the second we get political power, we go for manpower. Let's go ahead and learn how to make motorized, because that's going to be important. Let's go ahead and learn how to improve our infantry equipment. We have a lot more reinforcement that we need to do. Let's trade for a bit more steel. Construction, still have enough factories to go around, so I feel okay there. Definitely want to produce a lot more guns, especially upgrade them as much as we can. In fact, we need even more steel, never mind. You only have 5 left. Let's trade with Japan, I guess. No. Let's trade with the Soviets, because... Actually, no, let's trade with Spain. Perfect. Spain. Anyone who doesn't require convoys, because I haven't exactly been building any. So this seems important. All right, so Danziger War. Are we going to have the opportunity to fight against Poland, like, immediately? That is the question. I think I actually would like to train up a few more. We can afford to use up a fair bit more manpower. And the good news about having the cavalry set up is we can use them to quickly reinforce our ports, so while we fight the Allies, they don't get to do naval invasions against me. Which I think makes sense. I do want to get those signal companies, because reinforce rate is actually pretty good. Getting your troops to join the front line from the reserves faster than your opponents is actually pretty good. It's substantial. It makes a difference. Yeah, I need the conscription law pretty badly. I mean, having the military theorists and stuff is nice, but I think I may have made a mistake going for this. I think I should have gone for the conscription law sooner. Well, we're going to find out what happens to the whole Danziger War thing. Poland is being guaranteed by France. And that's it at the moment. I don't know. We about to see that World War II break out. Okay, Poland refuses the German ultimatum. They're not at war yet, but they will be soon. There's another research slot for me. Let's go ahead and... I wouldn't mind upgrading things like my submarines. I really wouldn't. That's a little ahead of time still, though, but extra torpedo launchers and stuff would be great. Still... I think we are going to go for some upgrades to our engineers and our recon, get that entrenchment and so on. Secret weapons would get me a lot of research bonuses for electronics, so we can get ahead of time on things like our research speed a little bit faster. That said, I'm going to go for the doctrine effort. That's going to time out to be about 70 days. Around that time, we'll have the fighters be finished, and I can jump on to the next one. There's the German Reich declaring war against Poland. And the Germans are now fighting against the Allies. World War II has officially begun. If I join the war, which I should be able to do, like so, now I should be able to just go ahead and justify against Bulgaria. It's only going to take 35 days because we're now at war with a major power. So I'll go ahead and do that. And I'll also go ahead and start fabricating against, let's say... The thing is, it actually, I think, would be faster for me to just wait, kill Bulgaria, and then fabricate against Romania. What we do not want to be doing is putting troops against the borders here. What we want to do instead is garrison, mainly to guard the coastline, but especially the naval bases. All along here, in particular, around Athens. Some naval bases. Don't give them anywhere to land. Keep the Allies far away. We are going to take my subs. We are going to probably have them engage only at low risk. And we want to be doing convoy raiding around here, probably. That way, if the Allies try to land on my capital, we have a good chance at sinking them or at least detecting them sooner. But yeah, we obviously don't want to lose that. Poland officially joins the Allies. Okay, so we're getting started there now. It's fine. Not going to be long before I can kill Bulgaria. Of course, they are going to join up with the Allies, so that means it's going to be occupied territory for a while, but oh well. C'est la vie. We can train up some more cavalry. We still need a lot more infantry equipment, though. It's going to take 151 days to get these guys fully reinforced. Upgrades are a low priority. There's South Africa, so UK is calling in all of their imperial puppets because that's what they do. Italy is involved in the war, okay. Hopefully, Germany and Italy should be able to win this on their own. I mean, Germany usually can beat down Poland and France without any issue. They should not need my help. Shouldn't. We'll see. All right, so we've got 15 factories on infantry equipment. We're producing 58 per day of pretty decent guns. There's the naval invasions I was talking about, and here comes France trying to land on my ports, which I think we can repel. But yeah, so this is exactly what we were worried about. The sooner we can kill France, the better, because really that's what we want to do. So, yeah, go around the Maginot, and we'll be fine. In the meantime, I'm just going to continue doing my thing. Whoop, hello. Okay, wait. They did manage to land something. Let's make sure we can repel them, and quickly. Go. Definitely do not want these guys getting a strong beachhead over here and allowing the English to join in on the fight. You guys need to rapid redeploy. There we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, they lose their organization, but it's not a big deal. The important thing is keeping these guys contained. I also really want to make sure that we can take the port back. So let's win that fight. And you guys are going to draw in over here. Okay, so we got rid of them again. Still need to be adding these guys. I just need a lot more cavalry. I want to make sure we have plenty of units defending here. Haven't had any naval fights, so he's not attacking me in Athens yet, but we're guarding most of our ports. If I can just get a bit more militia, we'll be fine. Okay, we're about halfway done with the ability to attack Bulgaria. How are we looking over here? Italy is holding the line. Germany is smartly not attacking into the Maginot. Good. We are going to go ahead and grab the extensive conscription, so I have a lot more manpower to work with. And as far as factories are concerned, more artillery would not go amiss, but I still think it mostly is going to come down to the infantry equipment. Anything else I can produce? We can't do motorized yet. I can't do fighters yet. So yes, it's really all about just infantry equipment until I have a better option, which should come up pretty soon, right? I'm pausing a lot because I'm trying to make sure that I don't accidentally miss something important here. We could actually keep some of these troops on the reserve and have them do garrisons as well, just to keep us protected. Looks like the Italian Navy is trying to engage against the British, but that's not going particularly well. The Germans are applying pressure on the Benelux. I don't remember how you call that. What is it called? How do you pronounce it? Whatever. The Italians, they're just losing a lot. They're trying real hard, though. They're trying real hard to find anywhere to get in. Nah, the second that the Germans are able to go through Belgium, it's over. And all we have to do at that point is just keep the United Kingdom at bay. We'll go through Turkey and fight over Egypt and Syria, and we'll be looking super duper happy. Fighting Turkey is going to be the big trick. It really is. If we can win against Turkey, we'll have this achievement. This may only take me like a week to complete. And then we can have fun. We can play around with the Byzantine Empire a bit more if we want to. Yeah, 45 days. It is definitely faster to justify on these guys one at a time. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start fabricating here. And hopefully they don't join the Axis. They are democratic, so they're not going to be joining the Axis. That's good. That would have been a problem. We are going to be fighting these guys anyway. And we might as well call our allies in. Because again, we don't have to own the land. We just have to occupy it. So even if the Germans get in here and take more war score and we wouldn't be able to take the states, it doesn't really matter. All right, these guys are just going to absolutely collapse. There's not a thing they can do. Bulgaria joins the Allies. Oh no, whatever shall I do? All right, get on in there and kill Bulgaria. Look at them get overrun, you little bunch of wusses. Poland capitulates. All right, that's a good sign for me. Go through Sofia. Let's grab the capital. Okay, got that. Then I need you guys to get all the way over here to Varna. We should be able to just punch right through. Luxembourg has joined the Allies. Okay. So you declared on the Luxembourg, but you didn't declare against Belgium? I mean, I know that's going to happen soon. There's the Netherlands. I'm just sort of surprised. All right, no, it's fine. We are losing a lot of steel all of a sudden. We still have 88 days to go and more factories. All right. Well, there we go. The reason we're losing a lot of steel, by the way, I know why. It's because we just got a bunch more factories from Bulgaria. And as a result, we had more factories being deployed into what I had set up for infantry equipment. So that's why. We are a little low on fuel, but if I can eat Romania, we'll get a bunch of oil, and that kind of solves the problem. We're punching right through these guys. They're fully encircled, but they can't really go much of anywhere. Can you guys just go do this real quick? You don't actually need to fight like them. You just need to go and get the capital real quick. We overran them, so that's a good sign. USSR occupies eastern Poland. Okay, so no immediate war between the Germans and the USSR. That's to be expected on a historical focus game. There goes Varna, which means we should have capitulation. And where is it? 2 days? Or it's 2 hours? There we go. All right, there goes Bulgaria. Now we set up over here. The goal is to probably push along here and stay out of Bessarabia, and we'll see if we have the opportunity to not fight the Soviets. Then again, I don't know, maybe we want the Soviets to attack me. Because if they do, again, you don't have the Great Patriotic War, and that seems solid. It does. It seems really good. All right, need more steel. I need all the steel. I am like super steel hungry right now. Volunteers. Sure, I guess. A lend-lease of guns. Okay. I'm not really using convoys for anything else, so sure, let's just make sure we reinforce our armies a little bit faster, shall we? Okay, so we are getting ready for a war against... Ooh, okay, the Soviet Union is now justifying against Romania, which means in 200 days, they are going to have a claim against me. If I can win this war in 200 days, which we should be able to. So we'll get this land first. We really need the Germans to win their war against France and take them out quickly, and then redeploy all their troops against the Soviets, because we're going to have an early fight there almost certainly. How are we doing on our cavalry? Pretty good. Let's make sure that we are also trying to get rid of resistance and keep Bulgaria under control like so with the garrisons. Okay. And if, you know what, if I could keep somebody up here, that'd be great. But I don't know if we're going to be able to. I'd say that Crete is a very low priority. All right. This seems reasonable enough. We're going to fight Romania, and then once that's down, we need to be able to fight against the Soviets and also simultaneously take on Turkey by ourselves. That's going to be a fun challenge, but we are one step closer to restoring the Byzantine Empire. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.
All right, let's go ahead and do it.